Hi, I'm Dr. Jade Galnofournier, licensed psychologist at UCF CAPS. I'm here on behalf of the CAPS TransCare team to specifically talk to students who identify as transgender or non-binary, and to help you continue to affirm your gender during this pandemic. Although the pandemic is impacting everyone around the world, it will disproportionately affect the trans and gender diverse community. The impact will be even more felt if you have intersecting identities, such as being a person of color or having a disability. If you identify as trans or non-binary, you're more likely to have a pre-existing medical condition or to be immunocompromised. In fact, more than 1 out of 5 transgender adults have at least one or more chronic condition, such as diabetes, arthritis, or asthma, which means that you're more likely to contract the virus and may take longer to recover. Before the pandemic, the unemployment rate was at a near historic low, but trans people were still 3 times more likely than their cisgender peers to be unemployed. Moreover, they're more likely to work in the service industry, like working at a restaurant or retail store, which means that they're much more likely to lose their jobs during this pandemic. So many of you may be experiencing financial hardship as a result of losing your job or losing your health coverage or having a change in your health coverage. So given that the healthcare system right now is really focusing on managing and treating individuals with COVID-19, the impact is that gender-affirming surgeries are now being canceled or postponed to an undetermined date. For those of you who lived on campus or in an apartment complex, you may have also been unexpectedly forced to return home. Unfortunately, it's estimated that 73% of the 1.3 million trans youth in the US don't live in a very supportive household. So if you're one of them who are not living in a supportive environment, you might be experiencing chronic invalidation, fear, anxiety, anger, and powerlessness. Abruptly transitioning from an affirming environment to a disproving, and even for some of you, to an unsafe environment may significantly compromise your mental health or exacerbate any ongoing mental health issues. To help you get through this challenging time, we've thought of ways to cope with these stressors, and especially ways to affirm your gender identity and expression, though we acknowledge that it's true that different members of the community will most need different things. One of the most important things is for you to prioritize your safety. If you are currently living in an environment that puts your physical safety at risk, don't hesitate to reach out to the Zebra Coalition in Orlando. This local organization provides LGBTQ+ youth aged 18 to 24 who are homeless or have been rejected by their families with short-term living options. If you are in an environment where you don't feel comfortable or safe to openly affirm your gender, consider these alternative options. You may want to create an avatar that represents you and how you identify and how you want to express yourself. You might use this avatar when playing video games. You may use this avatar in online forums and in online discussions. You can also use your preferred name in these forums or discussions. Although you may not have the financial means right now to purchase any new things, you can take the time to browse the internet for clothing, makeup, and binders that you wish to eventually purchase. The internet is also a great resource to search information, whether it's about local resources, about how you go about changing your name, options for gender confirming surgeries, resources for gender affirming healthcare providers, etc. You may also watch YouTube channels or read blogs developed by trans individuals. Another option is participating in a telehealth support group for trans and gender diverse individuals. At CAPS, we offer a number of groups, including one specifically for students who identify as trans or gender diverse. If you'd like more information on this group, please contact us at 407-823-2811. You may also consider what additional gender-affirming action might be healthy and safe for you at this time. Brainstorm a list of things that you'd like to try to affirm your gender. Perhaps you could review the list with a safe support person to determine things you might be able to try. Acknowledge that some steps may not be safe or plausible at this time, but that this will change in the future. So this leads me to highlight the importance of social connection. To reduce isolation during this time of social distancing, stay connected with the trans and or the LGBTQ+ community and allies through text, emails, video chats, online forums, blogs, social medias, and YouTube channels. It's also very important to be compassionate to yourself. Being or feeling alone for an extended period of time usually brings up challenging emotions, can lower your mood, can reduce your motivation, and increase your anxiety. If you have difficulty with being productive or have urges to engage in unhealthy behaviors, validate your emotions and your struggles and talk to yourself with care and kindness. It's also very important to remain connected to your core values. It's very easy to lose touch right now with what brings meaning to your life when the climate is filled with fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. Finding ways to stay true to your values in the midst of this crisis is really an act of self-care. Seek mental health support. UCF CAPS is available to provide gender-affirming mental health care for all UCF enrolled students via phone or telehealth services. As I mentioned earlier, we also offer a number of therapy groups, if that would be your preferred mode of treatment. If you prefer seeking mental health services with a provider in the community, you may refer to the community provider database located on our CAPS website. Here is a list of resources with not only off-campus referrals of gender-affirming mental health providers, but also of local services that can support various aspects of your medical and social transition. Now, if you are in a crisis or need more immediate support, reach out to any of the following crisis hotline resources. UCF CAPS is available for you 24 hours, 7 days a week to respond to any crisis that you may have. If you don't feel comfortable reaching out to us, you have many other options, such as the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, the Trans Lifeline, and the Trevor Project. With both National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and the Trevor Project, you also have the option of texting or chatting online if you don't feel comfortable talking over the phone. Thank you for being here. Many of you are especially feeling scared and alone right now. And on behalf of the UCF Trans Care team, we really want you to know that we see you and we value you. You are lovable, worthy, and strong, and we will get through this together. Thank you.